Guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football. Look, I know I'm a Texas fan. I made my little fun video last night around midnight. This is not an Oklahoma bashing video, for two reasons. I don't believe in making fun of them other than the fact that they lose and Texas doesn't like Oklahoma. And two, I don't believe in kicking a dog when he's down. All right, so let's talk about Oklahoma, why they're struggling, what it's going to take to rebuild the team. Before y'all blame Coach Brent Venables, he's not a bad coach, okay? Number one, I think he's a great coach. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I said as a Texas fan, I think he's a great coach. He's gonna bring Oklahoma to better heights. He's gonna do better with it. It's just gonna take time, Number two, defense. That's another issue. And the fact is, I guess you could say Brent could be an issue, but that's because he's a first-year coach. Great defensive coordinator. But it's different as a head coach, Kirby Smart, for example, first-year head coach of Georgia, he did have a winning season, but he didn't do great. It took recruiting classes to get to where they are now as a powerhouse, But it's not because he sucks. I don't think Brent Venables sucks. He's not going to suck. Number two, again, back to the defense, Defensively, it's gonna take recruiting classes to fix that defense. Lincoln Riley did great with Oklahoma simply because he had better talent to work with that quarterback every year he was there. Nothing against Dillon Gabriel, and that's a big part of why TCU blew him out yesterday, if I'm being completely honest. And if he's out for a long time, they're probably going to lose more. And not to say that Oklahoma sucks, but Oklahoma kind of got left in a crap house when, again, not bad-mouthing Oklahoma, but when you have Caleb Williams leave, and I know Spencer Rattler's not having a great year at South Carolina, but I'm pretty sure you'd rather have him play over Dillon, given the fact that he's been playing for Oklahoma, so now you know what you kind of can expect out of him, if that makes sense. I don't know. But, yeah, Oklahoma's going to be okay. They're going to get better. Again, it's going to take at least, if you want Oklahoma to be a team that wins 10 games or more a year, I'd give it another year or two for Brent Venables to recruit his own defensive players. Given who he is, that's going to be fixable pretty easily. He's going to recruit. There's a transfer portal, so that's going to help out Oklahoma. So that's part of their issue. That's a long-term issue you're going to have to fix. It's going to take time. But if anybody can fix it, it's Brent Venables. I'm just being honest, The offense, that's still going to get players. You might have a little bit of a slump, a little bit, because Lincoln's not there. But Oklahoma's always produced superstars on offense. Most notably the wide receivers and the quarterbacks. That's not going to change. It might be a little bit lesser, but if you have defense that's growing up, and even though Oklahoma's defense is struggling, you got to understand Lincoln Riley did not recruit well on Oklahoma's defensive side of the ball. That's not Oklahoma's players' fault itself. It's certainly not Brent Venables' fault. All right. And again, they actually play harder and play a little bit better with Brent Venables there than they did with Lincoln Riley. I noticed the small things. I'm a college football fan. I look at more than just wins and losses. I look at small details on how a team is getting better or why they're struggling or why they're getting better at certain things, if that makes sense, The diehard college football fans will understand what I'm trying to say here. But yeah, Oklahoma's going to get better. It's just going to take time. They probably will make a bowl game this year. I don't think they'll beat Texas next week. That's just my opinion, but it's possible because lately they've been beating Texas, I don't think they'll beat Oklahoma State. I don't think they have the complete team to do it, even though it's in Oklahoma. I don't think they'll beat Baylor. They'll probably lose at least 3 games more. It's possible they may only lose 2 more games because that's just the way college football is. But realistically, they'll lose at least 3 or 4 more games. Like Texas, I don't think Texas is going to win 10 games this year. They've already lost twice. I think Texas will also lose to Oklahoma State. That's just being, as far as my opinion. It's possible they lose to Oklahoma because of the hate game. Anything can happen in a rivalry like that, especially when the underdog, Oklahoma, has been winning that game. So all the stats and all that crap gets thrown out the window. Okay, it doesn't really matter as much as it would for a regular game. And so they're going to get better. You have a great coach. Guys, stop getting mad. Defend your coach. Stick to your guns. Much respect to Oklahoma. I know I'm a Texas fan, but I got nothing against Oklahoma other than the fact it's football. If someone were to get hurt from Oklahoma or something like bad were to happen, I wouldn't be laughing or smiling about that. Hey, keep your heads up, Oklahoma. Much respect, man.